Hey guys, good afternoon on this lovely day. We just wanted to go over a little bit of what we're looking at for next week, give you a heads up, the update we promised. Basically, we're looking at two possible scenarios. The one being for next week, one being unemployment, like we've talked about already. There's some government help that's going towards that, so it would actually be more beneficial than traditional unemployment. That's wrapped into part of this extensive 600-something page bill that was passed last night. So that is a more promising option than originally thought. Alternately, we're looking at a government program that incentivizes employers to keep everyone on payroll. So that's something that you have to apply for, you have to qualify for, and it's going to take a little bit of time to find out whether or not we're approved for that, maybe late next week. So those are kind of the two options that we're looking at. We'd like to go into next week with the possibility of going either direction. So you're going to see that accordingly. Jason's going to talk details. This is the awkward part.
Yeah, this is awkward. Hey guys, so yeah, like Sarah said, there are two scenarios we're working with right now, two possibilities. We don't know which one it's going to be. The one we prefer is the government program. We're just not sure if we're going to qualify for that because that one's a little more unclear. So we're going to work next week in such a way that we can go either direction depending on whether we qualify or whether we do not. So it is a little confusing, but that's what you need to know. First of all, we're preparing for this to take a number of weeks as far as being at home. We're not thinking it's going to be a quick turnaround where we're back to work 2 weeks from now. It could be, and that'd be a wonderful surprise, but we're planning on it taking longer than that and planning accordingly. So because of that, we feel like we need to apply for the government program where we could keep everybody on payroll because yeah, it would make it easier for all of us if we wouldn't have to go into unemployment. Like I said, we don't know if that's going to be something we're going to qualify for. So because of that, the second option is unemployment. So that's definitely on the table. And to streamline the process in case we are not approved for this government program to keep everybody on payroll, we would love if you all would set up your unemployment profile in the next couple of days. No hurry, because you can't file for unemployment, file a claim, till after a work week is complete. So let's say, for example, we do go on unemployment next week. You cannot file for that till sometime on Friday or Saturday. So there's no hurry as far as we don't all have to go do it tomorrow. But if we do it sooner rather than later, it's all set up, it's all ready, and then we can just go that route really quickly.
So basically sorry, I'm going to jump in for a second. Basically set up your profile, but don't make any claims until late next week.
That's right.
So that's what we're talking about. And hopefully by then we'll have an answer on whether or not we're qualifying for this program.
That's our hope. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, babe. So hopefully by next week, we will know whether you need to actually file a claim or not. So get ready. And then if we do need to go the unemployment route, just to answer this question, unemployment checks take a long time from the time you actually file for that week. They can be around 4 weeks, but I think the system's going to be overloaded, so I could see it being longer. So some of us can't foot bills that long without some income, and we as a company are offering, for those of us who cannot do that, bridge loans. So whatever amount that you would need up to the amount of your unemployment check that is going to be coming for that week, we would give you a loan from the company, and then you would repay that when you get your check, your unemployment check, 4 or 6 weeks later. That way it would help you through that time.
Plus $600.
Right. So on the unemployment thing, that's a good point. They have bolstered unemployment to make it more life-sustaining through this time. And so normally unemployment is capped at $550 per week, no matter how much you earn. Once you hit that cap, that's it. They've given in addition to that another $600. So whatever you would normally get in unemployment, if it was $200, they're going to add another $600, so you get $800. What they're trying to do is make it closer to what you would get on a full wage. So if we do go the unemployment route, it is going to be closer to a full wage. So either way, either option that we're looking at is going to be close to a full wage, which is really awesome. Might not be your 50 hours with all that overtime, but it's going to be closer to, say, 40 hours. So it's going to take good care of us through this time. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yep. Moving on from there, for next week, for those of you who are not doing your normal job from home right now, specifically crews, shop, and yard staff, your manager will be in touch sometime either in the next, I'd say next 24 hours with what is going to be happening next week. But what we're going to do, since there's two options on the table for next week, we're going to give a really light load to those of you who are not performing your regular job from home. So probably about an 8-hour load of work. And then if we do go on unemployment, we could give you a check for those 8 hours, which would be in addition to the unemployment check that you'd be getting. That way we're prepared. And then if we do go on unemployment, hey, it was a light week and you didn't have to put in a full 40 hours for 8 hours worth of work. So that would be awesome. But I will say, with everything that we're thinking through, we want to make this not a setback, but a step forward. So if we do keep everybody on payroll, we want to keep the load light, but we want to figure out ways to invest in you, in myself, in the company. We want to invest in the Integrous family, so when we come out the other side, yeah, we're refreshed, we're maybe rested up, some of us. Some of us are working really hard through this. Sarah and I have put in more hours. I know there's a few others in the company who are putting in more hours right now, and I want to say thank you to you all who are working so hard. So there are some people working really hard right now. This is not a time to relax for them. But for some others, it is a time to relax, and hopefully those of us who are putting in more hours right now will get our chance to relax when you are back at work and things are back to normal. But yeah, so we're looking at it from that standpoint. How can we make this time an investment? That's like the big thing. So whatever it is that we're doing, that's what we're trying to do. Not just the easiest road, but the best road, so we come out of this ahead and better for it, like we talked about in our last video. So as we look at that, that's where we're coming from. So thoughts, ideas, anything is appreciated as we look at that. And then finally, again, it's a touch and go situation. We're taking it day by day, week by week. So as things develop, we will continue to communicate new updates to you as those things change. But again, we will be applying for this program tomorrow, and hopefully we will know if that's going to be the route we're going within a week. Hopefully by the end of next week, so we can either file unemployment, those of us who are not working our normal jobs, or stay on payroll. So we will keep you updated, but till then, let's not make this a setback. Let's make this a step forward, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, we love y'all.
Miss you guys.
Yeah, we do. Keep the pictures flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
They are awesome. You guys are awesome. Okay.